Hello and welcome to this Tuesday Night Live here at Boxes of Comics. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. I had a cool idea I think would be really neat if we start doing. So, um, I think we're going to start that next week as that begins the new month of March. And so, my idea that I came up with would be um, if you take movies or books or like any franchise that started off well. So I don't know, Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings, and you start with like the first. Mm, Actually, how do I want to do this? All right, so like you take Pirates of the Caribbean, they had a perfect first three movies, and then you go ahead and say, you know what, I want to make a fourth. Well, when the fourth one came out, that one was with Blackbeard. It's on Strangest Tides, and then after a while, they also had Dead Man Tells No Tales with Captain Salazar. Both were okay. They really flopped. I wasn't a fan of either one. But anyways, what we can start to do is go ahead and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and if we were in charge of making a fourth Pirates movie, or if we were in charge of writing a new Lord of the Rings book, what would that look like to us? And see like what ideas we come up with along with what ideas our audience comes up with from you guys watching. So I think that would be really cool if we start doing that on Tuesdays. I'll give it a month. I'll run it for the entire month of March. So that would be, let me pull up my calendar here. We run it 5 different times. So each Tuesday night is a different episode. So if we were to do this, then next week we would start with, what would a fourth Pirates of the Caribbean, hypothetically, what would that look like under Boxes of Comics? And then the following week we'd do something else. What would a Star Wars Episode 7 look like under Boxes of Comics? What would a Transformers movie, Transformers, I think they started getting bad after the second one, Transformers 3 look at like under Boxes of Comics? If you guys pick that up. Or with books, you could even do a Harry Potter series and say, hey, what would a Harry Potter 8 or a Harry Potter 6 look like under Box of Comics? Just like ideas like that help grow the channel, but also like spreads out to a new audience. So we would call it Boxes of Comics creates dot dot dot. And so I'm not sure what one to start with. If I want to do a movie, if I want to do a book, if I do X-Men movies, if I do Pirates movies, if I do Jurassic Park book, if I do, I don't know, possibilities are endless. So maybe I get together with some of my buddies and think something up, and probably be earlier in the day. We'd stream it earlier. Um, so that way we'd stream it earlier so that way more people could join in. And then we also have a better chance of an audience watching as we also go along too. So I think that would be neat. But yeah, that's my little input. So we'll see about that. I think that might actually work really well. Hello, Warlord. How are you? It's good to see you. Long time no see. Um, but yeah, that was my idea. I think I'm gonna start that in March. So next week we could start the Boxes of Comics, or what if Boxes of Comics was in charge of dot 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 is what I'll call it. So I'll also go ahead and take any ideas if you have any movies or book suggestions on what to change or tweak. I was just watching Pirates of the Caribbean. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of them now, and I was just like, after number 3, they kind of get pretty bad. Um, so what would a fourth one look under me? And that's kind of where this idea came from. So maybe yeah, we do Pirates first, unless someone else has a better idea. I'm really up for anything. And then also I've got like a whiteboard too that we can write ideas down. Or even an Amazing Spider-Man 3. I know that's catching on. That might be a good one too. So yeah, those are just my ideas of what to expect and what I think would be really rad to do. So don't want to keep you guys too long, but wanted to throw something out there before I go ahead and start next week. But I do have a couple new things that I want to show you guys, so I will go ahead and show you that. There. Oh, no momento. I forgot where I put it, but I have been reading the Star Wars: The High Republic series. This is the only book that I have right now. I did go ahead and order some the other when not yesterday. I think Sunday or Monday. And we're gonna get some new books. So I'm reading these. I really think that it's a good read. And if you want Star Wars, but like you don't want to have to watch all the movies or know all the TV shows or whatnot, and kind of want a fresh start of Star Wars, I think High Republic's a good one. I'm really enjoying this book so far. So I actually ended up buying the entire series. I bought all 5 books, and then I'm waiting on the 6th one. I'll have to buy that once I'm done reading the first 5. But it's pretty cool. It's also broken up. So for High Republic, there's a comic series. There's a young adult novels. I believe that's 3 of them. And then there's also a trilogy of like adult books. And right now, I think this one I know is the second one, but I believe this is number 2 in the adult book, not the youth book. I'd be surprised if it was the youth book because it's really thick. But I've really enjoyed it so far. I agree, it is a good book, Warlord. I'm kind of confused on some parts while I'm reading it, but I just think I'm confused because it's the second book and it's not the first. So I have a feeling once I finish this and I go back and I read the first book, it might make a bit more sense of like what's going on and what the characters are doing. But we'll see. But yeah, because let me see if I can actually pull that up right now while I'm on it. I type in Star Wars: The High Republic book order. I don't know, like if there is a certain order to read them, or if you kind of just dip your foot in wherever. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. So according to Lucasfilm.com, excuse me, it's loading right now. Come on, internet. Okay, so yeah, so it looks like this is the second book, as it says that the great disaster occurs in chapter 2, and I'm on, what chapter am I on right now? I'm on chapter 12, so I'm pretty far into this one. But it says the reading order for the High Republic so far is The Light of the Jedi, then Into the Dark, The Rising Storm, Out of the Shadows, The Fallen Star, and then Midnight Horizon. So I have all of them, but they should have arrived today at my other house, at my mom's house. Not sure though, but I've got all of them except for the Midnight Horizon because I don't know if that one's out or not. I'll have to look, but I had like an Amazon gift card, and so I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying this first book so far. I'll check out the other ones. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. I also finished my comics of the 90s Jim Lee X-Men run. So I have to go to the comic store and fill up a few more different um, forms so that way I know like which X-Men ones I'm missing and whatnot. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you, and we will see you next time on Boxes of Comics.